Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, 10 Ways to Wear It. I'm Alicia, and on this channel I take one fashion item or one fashion trend and show you all 10 different ways to wear it. Now today's video is all about how to reinvent your style. As women, a lot of us go through phases where we just want to change the way that we present ourselves to the world. You all know that I recently did a style reformation. I kind of decided I wanted to change the way that I present myself to the world, and I'll share the reasons in today's video. But you know, for a lot of us, it could be divorce, it could be, you hit a certain age and you just want to change the way you look, maturity level, motherhood, weight loss, weight gain. There's a lot of reasons that a woman may decide, I just want to change the way I dress. So if you are interested in going on that journey of reinventing your style, you're gonna love today's video. I have some really great tips and tricks for you all. And I also have some tips on how to address the haters, because anytime a woman makes some changes in her life, there's always gonna be some people hating or that just don't like the change, especially when you grow and you blossom and you're just, radiating that good energy. The haters always come. So we're gonna talk about all of that in today's video. If you are going to reinvent your style, I got some help for you, baby girl. Let's get into this video. Okay, you all, so jumping right into the video, the first step you want to take when you are trying to reinvent your personal style is to determine what your style is, or what that particular style is that you want to go to. If you don't know that, then you're already gonna fail, okay? You have to determine what your style is, but what's important for you to know is that you don't have to stick to one style aesthetic. Just like with home decor, you can have a mixture in your home of aesthetics. My aesthetic in my home is Jungalow Luxe. So I like a lot of plants and things like that. Of course, a lot of them are fake plants, but I like a lot of plants and things like that to dominate the space. But I also like luxury accents in my home. So just the same way with style, you can have more than one aesthetic in your personal style. My personal style consists of about 3 or 4 different aesthetics, but they all work together, and I've done a great job of figuring out what I like so that I can start to purchase things that fall into that aesthetic. One great resource for you all that I would say do when you're trying to figure this out is use celebrity or influencers as your muses. They are a great resource. So figure out which celebrities you like. For me personally, Tracee Ellis Ross is one of them. Janelle Monáe is one of my celebrity muses. Rihanna can be, she dresses a lot sexier than me, but I do like her edginess when she wears like baggy things and stuff like that. Kendall Jenner is one of my celebrity muses. Yes, I'm a lot older than her, but that doesn't matter. Trust me, that does not matter. When you're trying to figure out what style aesthetics you like, age does not matter. It's about how they dress, how they wear things. And celebrity muses, influencers as muses are a great way to go. They can definitely help you find your favorite aesthetics. Also, study those style aesthetics. Learn the terminologies within them. Learn what pieces are very common in those aesthetics. So if you like the industrial or utility style aesthetic, oversized pockets, things like that, oversized collars, you want to learn that sort of terminology, and you want to learn what's common under that aesthetic. So first thing to do, determine what your style is. Use celebrity muses and influencers as your muses, and just use them as a guide to those aesthetics. Also study those aesthetics, learn the terminology, and learn what the common pieces are in those aesthetics. It will help you to go on this path a lot easier. So that's the first step. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the next step you want to take when you are reinventing your style is to start refining your wardrobe. Now you all know I have shared in recent videos that I've been decluttering my wardrobe like crazy. I have to do it in layers because I have attachment issues to my things. Like I have this thing where I can have something for years, never wear it, but then when it comes time to get rid of it, I start talking myself out of it. Like I just hate giving away my things. And sometimes it's things that I've worn over and over. It doesn't have to be something new that I never wore. Sometimes it's something that I've worn out and I still don't want to get rid of it. Or it could be something that just no longer fits with the style aesthetic that I'm trying to go with, but I just don't want to let go of it. So I would say if you have those attachment issues, make sure you're dealing with those, but you definitely need to start refining your wardrobe if you are going to reinvent your style. And by refining, I mean getting rid of stuff, cleaning out, decluttering, organizing, all of that falls under that category. So plan some declutter days to start going through your wardrobe. I think it's good to do this on like Sundays. You can go drawer by drawer, closet by closet, category by category, so that you won't overwhelm yourself. You definitely want to like plan it out. You can write it out how you want to do it and just cross things out as you do it. So don't overwhelm yourself. Just plan out some days, maybe a couple of hours on a weekend day or something like that, or your day off, that you can dedicate to decluttering and working on refining your wardrobe. Also, get rid of items that no longer fit into your new style goals. So that's part of it. We're getting rid of things that no longer fit. So when we envision the way we want to dress in the future, we're going to get rid of items that don't fall into that. We're going to get rid of items that, you know, we just don't see working with our new style goals. Do this in layers, like I said, to avoid getting overwhelmed, and be realistic and intentional when you are decluttering. You know, when you're going through those things, don't talk yourself out of getting rid of stuff like I used to do. I've gotten so much better and I'm proud of myself, but make sure you're not talking yourself out of getting rid of things that you know you're not gonna wear, or you know don't fit into those new style goals that you have for yourself. So if it's like things that are worn, tattered, stained, you definitely want to get rid of those first. But if it's things that it's like, this doesn't fit with how I want to dress now, get rid of it, okay? Just let it go. And having some good resources to donate to really does help. I donate to a special needs school, so it feels good to give them my clothes. Like it feels, since I've started giving my clothes to them, it just feels good to get rid of stuff. It's almost like I just want to give them like piles and piles of stuff because it feels good. So, you know, just like I said, refine your wardrobe. Don't talk yourself out of getting rid of stuff. Do it in layers so that you won't get overwhelmed. Dedicate that decluttering time to go through your drawers. And like I said, you can do it the way that you want to do, by category, by drawer, by closet, or, you know, just break it down however you need to. But refining your wardrobe is going to be a super important step, because when you start to reinvent, meaning start wearing those new styles and dressing the way you want to dress, you don't want to have your wardrobe, you know, cluttered by a bunch of stuff you're no longer going to wear. It's just going to make it harder for you to get dressed. So refining your wardrobe, essential step. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So in the last tip, we talked about refining your wardrobe by decluttering and getting rid of things that no longer fit into your new style goals. Part of that process is going to be this next tip. You need to try everything on that you decide to keep. This is really important, and it's very time consuming. It takes energy to do this, but you're gonna want to do this because the fit of your clothing is so important when you're talking about dressing the way that you want to dress. Holding on to things that are too big, too loose, hanging down in the crotch, or gapping open, shirts and things like that, gaping open, that no longer zip all the way. You gotta let go of that stuff. So even if it fits into your new style aesthetic, if it doesn't fit your body, you gotta let that go as well. And that's gonna make it a lot easier, because I'm gonna tell you, I've convinced myself to hold on to stuff in the past, and then I tried it on and I'm like, oh hell no. Easy. That answer for me, that was, you know, that got rid of the struggle for me, basically, the way it fit me. It was like, what the hell? I don't even remember this ever fitting like this. So that's happened to me a few times, and it just made the process easier, because when I put on that item, I'm like, okay, bye-bye. And every item that you want to keep, you want to look for 3 things. You want to make sure that they're in good condition. So like I said, no stains, no tears, you know, no threads hanging out that's like pulling off and stuff like that. You want to make sure that they fit you properly right now. So if it's too tight, don't say, oh, at the beginning of the year, I'm gonna lose weight and it's gonna fit me. If it doesn't fit your body or work for your body right now, get rid of it. And I know that's hard. It was a struggle for me to do, because I'm that person who buys stuff too little sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna fit it. If it doesn't fit your body right now, get rid of it. And the third thing you want to make sure of for the items that you're going to hold on to, make sure that they have multiple styling possibilities. So make sure that they're items that are flexible in how you can style them. So if you can only wear that item one way and there's really only one way you can flex it, I would say get rid of it. You want to hold on to items that are going to have good longevity in your wardrobe, and that means they have multiple styling options. So for every item that you're going to keep, try it on and look for those 3 things: that it's in good condition, that it fits you properly right now, and that there are multiple styling options for that item. Let's move on to the next tip. So this next tip is going to kind of piggyback off of the last two, and that is to get your basics in order. I never really realized the importance of good basics in your wardrobe until I started going through this process of kind of refining and reinventing my own style. I just thought basics are, you know, just have a few white shirts, a couple pair of jeans that fit good, maybe a blazer or two, and I'm straight. But actually, basics are like the bread and butter of your wardrobe. So even if you're like me, a maximalist who loves prints and mixing prints and all of that, you still want to have a really good selection of basics. And I would say basics that are of decent quality. They don't have to be super expensive, but you want to have basics that are decent quality. So wardrobe basics are just crucial for having good style. Basics will vary depending on your specific aesthetic. So the number of basics you're going to need, what you're going to need, is going to depend on your aesthetic. Because if you're the kind of person who wants to move into a wardrobe that's dominated by black, I have a friend who's doing that right now. She wants most of her wardrobe to be neutrals and black. She really wants to wear a lot more black. So she just thinks black is so sharp. And she also started a new profession. So she wants to move into wearing more black. So her basics are going to be more black. It's going to be black turtlenecks and tan turtlenecks and gray turtlenecks and, you know, black button down shirts and black fitted skirts and things like that, because that's the style that she's going for. And I'm helping her out with that process right now. But for me, someone like me, who is sort of a maximalist, I need white button down shirts to layer with. I need blazers in different colors and things like that. So the basics are going to vary depending on your aesthetic. Target, Kohl's, and JCPenney are great places to start when you are building your basics, because they have really good quality items that are also affordable, especially like Target and JCPenney. JCPenney is sort of revamping their brand and they're really doing a good job of it. I went to JCPenney recently and I was so surprised. I found some really, really good items, including a new pair of Levi's. So they have some really good stuff. And I found a really nice double-breasted blazer as well from JCPenney. So they're revamping their brand and they have really, really good basics in my opinion. And like I said, the quality is decent and the prices are reasonable. So yes, get your basics in order. As a part of that decluttering process, you know, you want to see what you have already and what you're going to hold on to, those good quality items that have good longevity and can be styled multiple ways. You want to hold on to those. And so as you're doing that, make sure you're checking for your basics so that when we start the process of adding things, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, you already know what you have and you know that you have the basics that are good and that are going to work for that new style goal that you have for yourself. So now that we've talked about the process of weeding out and getting rid of things, we haven't really talked about adding anything. And that's because I personally think when you're going through the process of reinventing your style, you need to declutter first without adding a bunch of stuff. And that's something that I discovered while I was going through this process, because I found myself still struggling with those old habits, because instead of just clearing out and getting rid of so that I can have, you know, a good set of bones to start from, I was still adding things, and I found myself like adding things that it's like, why did I get this? Why did I take the tag off of this and throw away the receipt? Because this is not working for the new style goals, basically. So you want to go through that decluttering process first, and then you want to move into this next step, which is you will need to shop. Okay, shopping is going to be a part of reinventing your style. I don't think you need to spend a ton of money. I think you can overhaul your entire style with $1,000 to $2,000. Now, I know I got some doctors in my audience. I know I got some ballers out there, okay? I know I got principals. I know I got like bosses out there, right? So I know some of y'all can definitely spend the coins, but I'm talking about if you're working on like a tight budget, I would say $1,000 to $2,000 could do it. When you're thinking of adding things that are really, really core items for that aesthetic that you've chosen for yourself, or those aesthetics that you've chosen for yourself, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff. That's why we're looking for items that you can style in multiple ways. You're looking for those items that are very flexible, so you don't need a ton of stuff. I used to always think I need this huge wardrobe to get dressed and dress the way I want to dress. It's not true. What you need is a wardrobe composed of items that you can wear in different ways. So shopping is going to be a part of this process, you guys. When you're reinventing your style, there's going to be items that you want or that you need to buy. Create a list of those items and a budget for those items. You can do this, you know, at tax time. We get that little extra money. You can dedicate it to that. Or if you get like a Christmas bonus or something like that, you can dedicate your Christmas bonus to that. Or if it's a certain time of the year that you work extra overtime at work, you can dedicate that overtime to reinventing your wardrobe. But just make sure you budget for it, and make sure you start writing a list of those items that you want to add. And that's why it's important to know those terms and those common items in that aesthetic, so you can start buying those common items that fall under that aesthetic. Also, don't revert back to your old ways. You know, make sure that you're not adding things that are in your old style that just don't fit with the new you. Revert to those celebrity and influencer muses if you need to. So when you're shopping, ask yourself, would this person wear that? For example, Kalana Barfield, who is a fashion designer, she's a celebrity stylist. She's one of my influencer muses. And sometimes when I'm shopping, I ask myself, would she wear this? And usually it's no, because my style can be very childish sometimes, and you know, and I want to dress a different way. So that's definitely something I would encourage you all to do. You know, resource those celebrities that you really love the way they dress, or those influencers that you really love the way they dress, and ask yourself, would they wear this? And you know, if not, it's probably because you're starting to kind of fall back into that same old style that you're used to. And so that's a good way to go. It's almost like WWJD, you know, what would Jesus do? Ask yourself, you know, what would Tracy Ellis Ross do? Would she wear this item? And usually it's no. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, hopefully that'll help you guys shop a little bit easier. We will talk about that a little bit more, but let's move on to the next tip. My next tip is probably something that I should have brought up right after I mentioned having those celebrity or influencer muses. And that is, in the beginning of reinventing your style, copycat or create inspired looks. It's okay to create or recreate inspired looks. And this is a great way to get comfortable wearing your new style. So if it's something that, you know, you normally, like if you're really making a major change to your style, you're gonna have to start to get comfortable with those new looks. And a great way to create those new looks and to get them going in a way that you know you like is to copycat. You know, if you see an outfit that your favorite celebrity is wearing that you love the way they dress, or your favorite influencer whose style that you love dresses, recreate that look. You know, find pieces that are very similar to that look and create your own inspired looks. This is a great way to go, like I said, to get comfortable wearing your new aesthetic. So, you know, just make sure that you have a good resource for that. I think Pinterest is amazing because they have so many popular influencers on there as well as celebrities. So you can just easily look up their style and just kind of create your own folders and things like that with outfit ideas. It's such a great resource to use. And so, like I said, make sure that you not falling back into those old ways. And a great way to do that is to copycat and create inspired looks. It's okay to create inspired looks or to mimic looks that you see and recreate them. I do that all the time. You all may not know it because it's not like I'm announcing it like, oh, you know, this look was inspired by. I have done that. On my Instagram, I've done so many. I used to do like recreate the look, or, you know, the look for less images. And I probably will start doing those again, but I do it all the time. I'll see an outfit, I'm just like, ooh, I have a pink sweater like that. Ooh, I have faux leather pants like that. I'm gonna put that outfit together. I do it all the time, and it's a great way to get comfortable wearing your new aesthetic. It's a great way to really start to, you know, just create ideas, and from there, it just snowballs. Like, you're getting ideas from that person who you love the way they dress and their style, but from there you start putting your own spin on it, or you do this differently, that differently, and before you know it, you've put your own sort of spin on those styles. So it really is a great way to go. Copycat, y'all. Create inspired looks. Let's move on to the next tip. Okay, you all, so we're on to the next tip, and just to let you guys know, I'm gonna be inserting images, videos, photos, things like that as I talk you all through these steps. just for visual interest, to show you, some of my new style aesthetic, how I'm wearing things these days, as well as, the celebrity muses that I follow and so on. So I'll be inserting images while I talk through these steps. But once you have established your aesthetic, you've decluttered, cleaned out your wardrobe, you've purchased items that fall in line with the new aesthetic and style goals that you have, and you have those celebrity and influencer muses that you use as a blueprint, the next thing you need to do is start planning your outfits. Get comfortable planning out your outfits. This is not something that most of us do commonly. We just have outfits, we kind of fly by the wind with it and just put things together when something comes up. But I think people with really great style are often great planners. They think ahead when it comes to their looks. This is something that celebrity stylists do. They're constantly thinking of outfit ideas for their clients and stuff like that. They're really great planners. So start planning your outfits. During your spare time, conceptualize outfits and either write them down or lay them out and take photos. Naomi Boyer, who is an influencer that I follow her for years, she takes photos of outfits, and so she has like collages of her outfit ideas. But I like to write my outfit ideas down. So I have a little journal that I write down outfit ideas for. I'll write down wedding outfit ideas, girls' night out outfit ideas, brunch outfit ideas, date night outfit ideas, like things like that. So that if I'm really in a crunch and I just can't think, because we all go through those periods where you just draw a blank space when it comes to getting dressed, I'll resource that book. And I'll say, oh, this is a good idea. Oh, thank God I wrote that down. Or, this is cute. Or, I feel comfortable in this. Like, that is such a great resource. And I cannot tell you how valuable it is. You're just going to have to try it. You can write them down or you can take photos, but plan your outfits. It's really a great way to go. And if you don't think these people who dress so cool that you admire aren't planning their outfits, you're wrong. Most of them already have their outfits conceptualized and either written down, or they've taken photos, or they've just mentally planned them and saved them in the back of their mind. So, and this is another great way to help you not stray back to your old ways. Plan your outfits. Use those resources, all that you've had that I've talked about in this video, that you've lined up, those muses, having all the things that you need, and start planning so that when events come up, when things come up that you're gonna step out for and you wanna present yourself in that new aesthetic, you're ready to go. Okay, so now we want to talk about the timeline for reinventing your style. This is of course gonna vary from person to person. A lot of you ladies out there have families, you have children to look after, you have elderly parents to look after. Maybe some of you are making career changes, you're moving. There could be a lot of reasons that will affect the time it's gonna take to reinvent your style. I personally think it can be done in 6 months. I would say maybe 4 to 6 months. But like I said, that could also vary depending on you. If you have health issues, there's a lot of factors that could be affected by that. But if you are really dedicated to doing it and you do have the time, maybe you can dedicate a couple of hours every Sunday to this process, I think 4 to 6 months is a good time period to reinvent your style and to really start dressing differently and, just presenting your personal style in an entire different way. 4 to 6 months, I think it's doable. And I just really think it's possible. And if you are thinking of going on this journey, I would say, give yourself a goal of 4 to 6 months, because you do need time to clean out. We're all busy, we work every day and things like that. So you do need time to clear things out and get rid of things. It is a process and you have to find the energy for it as well. So give yourself a good 4 to 6 months. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. Old habits die hard in all of us. So like I said, those attachment issues I had affected me doing it. I would clear out stuff. I would have a pile on the floor for 2 weeks. It takes time, especially when you have other things going on. But I think it's definitely doable in 4 to 6 months. It's just like remodeling a home, which can definitely take forever, okay? But the same way remodeling a home takes time. You have to tear everything down. You gotta remove things, get rid of stuff, repipe, do the power lines again, this and that. It's the same way when you're reinventing your style. There's a lot of steps to it, but it definitely can be done. Just trust the process and don't give up. Okay, this next step is a really important one, y'all. I'm about to get on some of y'all nerves with this one, but if you want to reinvent your style, guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to get dressed. Okay? You cannot reinvent your style if you're always in the house wearing sweats and leggings and pajamas. Okay? That ain't gonna work, sweetheart. Seek out and manifest occasions and things like that to get dressed and flex your new style. I sometimes have to come up with my own stuff to do because I want to put on my clothes. Okay, I want to get out there. I want to, flex out there in my new style or whatever, in my new items. So sometimes it's going to be you doing the planning. Sometimes it's going to be you hitting up a friend saying, hey, let's go to lunch. Or you hitting up a friend saying, let's go to brunch. Or you hitting up a friend saying, hey, let's go to this festival or the Taste of Soul or this or that or this concert. It might have to be you. Okay, but sitting in the house expecting, waiting on people to invite you to stuff or whatever. Honey, invent your own stuff to do, manifest your own stuff to do so that you can flex your new style. And when you're talking about reinventing your style, dressing differently, presenting yourself differently, practice makes perfect. You need to actually get dressed and wear the things that are going to be, part of that new style. You can't just sit in the house and not wear the stuff. For one, you're never going to get comfortable wearing it. For two, you're not going to get good at it, putting together those outfits and things like that. And, like I said, practice makes perfect, or if it doesn't make perfect, it at least makes you better, right? So make sure that you are getting dressed. The more you get dressed, the better you will dress, okay? So it's just one of those things. It's like a muscle, okay? And I find that the more I just do stuff, put on clothes, outfits just come so much easier to me. Style comes so much easier for me. I have less periods where I'm drawing a blank of what to wear and getting frustrated. I have less of those incidences. I used to have that happen so often where someone would invite me to something and I wouldn't know what the hell to wear. I would get so frustrated and I would not even go. Literally not go, because it's like, I don't know what to wear. I'm irritated. Just forget it. Nothing is coming together right. I'm staying at home. Like, that started to happen less and less because I was getting dressed more. Even if it's just to run to Costco or Target, because running errands dominate so much of our lives these days. I'm like, I'm put on one of my little outfits. Why not? Okay. So make sure that you are getting dressed. Like I said, manifest those occasions and things to put on your clothes for and flex your new style. Okay, you all, so we are on our last tip in the video, and this is a really important one and a really good one, and that is how to address possible haters. Because we all know when we start to change, even if it's a change for the better, meaning we're feeling better about ourselves, we just want to do stuff and get dressed and look cute, people will start to hate. It can be your spouse, it can be your kid, it could be a parent, it could be your neighbor, it could be your co-worker, like, oh, look at you, oh, why are you dressing all cute? Okay, people just start to hate sometimes when you do better. And it is such a strange thing, but trust me, I've experienced it. And, it's just like, where is this coming from? Like, you should be happy for me. Like, why are you mad? But people be mad, okay? But people will notice your style change and some will hate on you. It's okay to tell them if you want to tell them why you've decided to change your style, but you don't owe anybody an explanation. If you want to share with them the whys, you can, but don't feel like you have to. But I would say don't lie, don't lie about it. Just, either tell them the truth or don't tell them anything, But like I said in the beginning, there could be a lot of reasons a person chooses to change their style. I know when I started to decide to change my style, it was just because I felt like I could do better as a fashion influencer. I just felt like what I was bringing was so subpar, in my opinion. It wasn't anybody else telling me that. It wasn't anybody else making me feel bad. It was me personally feeling like I need to step my game up. I need to do a little bit better and think a little bit outside the box a little bit more to actually give people ideas. So I knew I needed to make some changes. So that was a big, major reason why, because I love fashion. I love, everything that is incorporated into fashion, not just the physical aesthetic part of it, just putting on clothes, but it's the feeling that you feel. I think of fashion as an expression, style, personal style is definitely an expression of who we are, and it is important. Like recently, my mom, she asked me to order her some shoes off Amazon, and she asked me to order her this wig that she found. And my mom is almost 70 years old, that's my mama or whatever. And I was just thinking, I asked her, I said, why, Mom? Because I was curious why she wants to look cute, I was just curious. I know why, but I just want to see what she would say. She was like, because, I still want to look cute. Like, I still want to, you know, look fly or whatever. And it just made me think, like, we're all still here, and no matter what's going on in this world, we still have to live and try to have a decent life and feel good about ourselves. And so never feel like there's something wrong with you wanting to look good or feel good about yourself. No matter what your age, no matter what your size is, it doesn't matter. We all want to look good and present ourselves in a decent way. And so, you know, Mama was asking, you know, for her little stuff so she can jazz it up and look cute or whatever. I was like, okay, Mama, I feel you. You feel me? Because, you know, we're all still here and we all gotta live. You know, we have to make this life the best that we can despite everything that's going on. But yeah, the haters will come. And like I said, you don't owe them an explanation unless you want to share why you've decided to change your style. And there could be a ton of reasons: divorce, weight loss. You could be an empty nester now. Maybe all your kids are gone out of the house, so it's just you, and you're just like, I want to dress sexier now, okay? Or maybe you want to attract a mate. That could be a reason why somebody decides to change their style. They feel like they're not, you know, really attracting a mate and they want to be partnered. That could be a reason as well. Maybe you're just more mature. You hit 30 and you're like, you know what? I'm about to stop wearing these damn graphic tees. You know, it's a lot of reasons that a person may want to change their style. And so, you know, definitely don't feel like your reason is any less important than anybody else. It's very important. You know, own your reason for changing and be proud of it. And bump the haters, like they say. Bump the haters, okay? Because, you know, we don't have time for that. If people can't accept the new you, then they just need to just slide on out the way or just watch from a distance, watch you shine, put on their shades because you're gonna be shining real bright. Thank you all so much for checking out this video all about how to successfully reinvent your personal style. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some great tips and tricks to help you if you are on this journey or if you're thinking about going on this journey. This is definitely something you want to take your time with. When you are reinventing or reforming any area of your life, you want to be willing to invest some time in it, and you want to be willing to invest the effort as well. Whether it's fitness goals, whether it's, you know, just changing the way you deal with people, setting new boundaries, whatever it is, you know, from style to interpersonal. If you are changing something in your life, you definitely want to take your time with it. And that includes something like this, which is superficial, but it's also a part of who we are, how we present ourselves to the world. So make sure you take your time with this process. Like I said in the video, it's almost like remodeling a home. It takes time, takes a lot of tearing down before you go ahead and build yourself back up. So I really hope these tips and tricks will be helpful for you all. You know, like I said in the video, we are still here. We still gotta live. We still have to enjoy life. We still wanna look good and present ourselves in a nice way to the world. So never ever give up on doing that for yourself. It's so important no matter what age you are. So hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. I would love you to join our family here. You'll love my content and you'll definitely love my wonderful community over here. So subscribe. And of course, to all my regulars, I love y'all. Thanks so much for checking out the video, and I will see you all on the next one. Sending you so much love, and let me know in those comments if you're going to be going on this journey or if you're on this journey. I would love to hear about it. And if you have any tips and tricks that you want to share with the rest of us, please do. We could all use them. So all my subbies, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this video and if you're on this journey with me. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.